Hi everybody, welcome to my channel, The Blade Master. A lot of you seen the shorts that I have with regards to how to use a knife. I always have demonstrational purposes with regards to knives. So today I'm going to talk a bit more about the knives that I have, like this one here. It's a no-name brand knife. Not sure if you know this one. Doesn't have any name. So I use this one as my everyday carry. As you can see, it's got a window breaker, seatbelt cutter, and a very nice clip point or bowie shape knife. I like the balance points. It's important to be able to flip the knife, front side or reverse grip, to be able to do it in left and right hand. The reason why it's important is so that you can switch the knife and to be able to use the knife effectively, left and right. So, this is the one. I've got this Browning. Also, very nice. Weight distribution to be able to do the same. And lastly, the famous South African okapi. Also, very nice and light. Bit light to be able to flick it. As you see, I struggle a little bit. It is long with this curvature here. A lot of people say that they don't like knives as self-defense due to the fact that they don't want to get close, but I've got something to say. If you have that mindset already, you've lost. If you think, or you have the doubt in your brain that, oh no, I gotta use a knife, and it's too close and personal, you've lost. Why do I say this? I've got a knife in my pocket. There's an altercation. Okay? I need to use this knife now and drop it into someone, right? It's either my life or theirs. Now, say the altercation is happening and I'm about to save my own life or protect my own life against the perpetrator. What now? Now, as I'm going in, I'm like, oh no, I don't want to get up and close and personal. That stops me. That already gives me hesitant reaction time, or stops me from being able to go through with what I'm going to do, to be able to end this person, to protect my life, my family's life, my kids' life. It's either mine or his. Once you deploy this, you have to be willing to use it. Not even to a firearm. If you deploy a firearm, you have to be willing to use it. So this is the okapi, South African famous, what the gangsters generally use. Karaka is the slang term for this because of the noise it makes. It's very quick to deploy, very cheaply made. It's fairly strong. It does hold up to certain tasks like EDC stuff, like good for biltong. See, you can pinch up quite nicely. Not too sharp so that you won't hurt yourself, but sharp enough to get it done. It's a cheaper steel so that you can sharpen it quite nicely. Good. Put a very razor sharp edge on it and a very, very sharp tip. I can pinch up on it, do some, like, I don't know, cut a piece of biltong, eat an apple with it, cut up in a box, slides into your pockets, can't even see it. can open it nicely this way or this way. Okay, you can also do left, right hand, or left hand deployment, see? So it's a very fast, good lock blade. It's got a ring lock, ratchet lock. And this is my favorite EDC. South Africans know that this means business. They call this the big brother. So if there's an altercation, this is your big brother that always has your back. And as soon as you deploy it, they know this sound. They do. Everybody knows the sound of that. And they run. But like as I was saying, stop this mindset of, I don't want to get up close and personal. Even in martial arts, you don't want that mindset of, I'm about to go through with what I'm going to do, right? And as I go and attack, I drop down to 50%. Right? So I want to go through that person with 100% surety and power, but I hesitate and I drop to 50% now because I'm like, oh no, I've lost. Because that person might be weaker than you, but now he's using 100% of his power and will, and you're only using 50% of your power and will. Because you're hesitating. You're like, you have to make sure that you're going to do what you're going to do and drive through that person. Quick, able. Stop this of hesitating because I don't want to get up close and personal with my knives. This window break is a very good skull crusher. Extremely good as a, like I say, a coupeton. Hammer strike into the face, jaw, temple, clavicle, solar plexus, wrist, arm, then be able to deploy. Even with the blade open, you can still use it to strike. Turn the blade over, or from here, flip the blade over, and still finish him off. You have to be confident in no matter what you carry. A gun, you will never hesitate, shouldn't hesitate, because you've lost. Same as a knife. I'm going to pull this knife for defense. Stop this, oh, it's up close and personal. It's okay. That's what's stopping you. That's the fear of, oh no, it's gross, it's disgusting. You shouldn't let that happen. I've done self-defense for quite a while. And one of the hectic self-defense moves is also pushing the thumbs into the eyes of your opponent. So he's in a frontal grip. And I don't know why he would choke you from the front, but just say he choked you from the front. Or you just put your fingers in his eyes and push him back. A lot of control from the head with your thumbs in his eyes. If it's on top of you and trying to pound you, reach up and push your thumbs into his eyeballs. Do anything you can to survive. It's not a nice feeling. It's not nice psychologically. But once you get past that point, you'll win every fight. Because you won't hesitate in every fight. Same as a knife. Doesn't matter what knife you use. It could be, this is more EDC for cutting and opening up boxes. That's also great. Then may it only have that use. I pray that nobody ever has the use to use this thing. Nobody ever has the day that they have to use a knife. Or a gun. Don't tell me that a gun isn't traumatic. I promise you, having that mess to clean up afterwards is not pleasant. Especially with the forensics team coming. And there's just bone and blood and brain everywhere. If it's a headshot or it's a body shot, it's still very messy. A lot of blood. The person will still leak, still putting a hole in that person. Or multiple holes. So you're still going to put blood everywhere. And spatter everywhere. No different to this. And yes, when you're up close, you can possibly have arterial blood all over you, more likely than a gun, spray, but you can't always predict. I apologize about my first video with regards to the United Cutlery gladius, commando. But I just have a very strong feeling that people see swords as tools rather than what they're meant for. A sword, the swords back in the day were not primarily weapons. Also, some of the cutlass were very similar shape to a machete today. So they were also used as a tool, but could be used as a weapon, same as ninjutsu. A lot of the weapons in the ninja culture were actually farming tools, but made into weapons, or used as weapons, because they weren't seen as weapons. Therefore, they were better weapons than actual weapons, because they were less inconspicuous, to say. Just like this one. If I pull this open, yeah, it's a bit tactical. Okay, let's not use this. It is kind of tactical looking, but if I pull out an okapi now, and I have this, and I'm cutting a piece of biltong, it's not going to raise alarms and get people scared. And, oh no, he's got a knife. It's just an okapi. I'm using this just to cut a piece of biltong, or cut open a box, or, oh, there's a thread on my shirt. I'm just going to cut that because I don't want it to rip my shirt. In the same token, it's an extremely efficient weapon. Look at how long this blade is. This is how long. I mean, that's going to cause a lot of damage when you pierce it through someone. That's like, what, half my body length. If you stab it through the stomach, it's hectic. It'll go through into arteries, definitely. Subclavian, carotid. Knife for thought. Take it, don't take it. Anyway, have a knife day.